Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Happy October 1st, 2025. For those of you who may be joining me for the first time, my name's Donna, and you have found Fancy Fiber Forum, where we love fancy fiber here. It has been a very long time since I made a video, probably about a month. Things have been either busy or hectic or something that I've not recorded. And I apologize. For those of you who are returning to my channel, I want to welcome you back today. Thanks for joining me here. And this is basically just a catch-up video on what I've been doing for the last, oh gosh, that came out of nowhere. What I've been doing for the last month, and what I've been knitting on, because I've not crocheted anything probably since May. And anyway, what I've been knitting on and future plans for knitting and what have you. So I appreciate you being here. I hope you stick around and watch the whole video, and let's just get into it, shall we? Anyway, for those of you who don't know, this channel is mainly about crochet, knit, and yarn. Lately it's been mainly knit. Like I said, I haven't crocheted anything since probably May. I started learning to knit in April of this year. Took a legitimate knitting class, and I've been knitting ever since. Knitting is a very, very, very slow craft. The things that I've been working on, if I had crocheted them, I probably could have crocheted 10 of them by now. So it is very slow, but I enjoy every moment of it. I'm telling you what, I enjoy every bit of it. So let me start with kind of where I've been for the last month. I was dog sitting for 16 days. I got back a week ago this past Monday. So I was busy with that. I had every intention of recording while I was there. But I did have a little extra responsibilities while I was there. Kind of responsibilities, not really. My friend that I dog sit for, her mother now lives with her, and she was there. She did go on a couple of outings with Jeanette's daughters, and I could have recorded then, but I kind of just wanted to relax and enjoy some alone time with the dogs and just chill out. Not that she was any trouble, because she wasn't, but you know, I just wanted to do my thing. Plus I ran a few errands too while I was there. So that was 16 days. I got back, like I said, a week ago this past Monday. And next Thursday, I'm going to dog sit again for another friend of mine who lives 3.5 hours south of me, down towards the Ozarks. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be gone there for just about 2 weeks. I'm going down a day early so she can show me everything. She recently moved there, so I've not been to her house before. She has a new dog that I've never met. So I'll be getting acquainted with their routine. So I really need that extra day to go over that with her. And then when she returns, depending on what time her flight gets in, I may end up staying an extra night there also, which I'm guessing will happen. So I'm going to be there right about 2 weeks. So that'll be interesting. Those are just 2 little dogs. Oh, and birds. I just remembered she has birds. So I'll be taking care of the birds and 2 dogs. And yeah, it'll be an interesting 2 weeks away from home. I won't be able to just drive home and see Goober. So anyway, I've got that coming up. And another reason I didn't film while I was dog sitting at my friend's is the whole Charlie Kirk thing happened, and I was just kind of out of sorts. And I was just in a funk. So I wasn't feeling it. But I did do a lot of knitting while I was there. For some reason I'm having reflux, probably because I was drinking some Fresca. Oh, and I just had some dessert. So sugar usually does it. Anyway, I did do a lot of knitting while I was there. I completed, oh, I've got it right here. 1 second. I think I have it right here. I don't see it. Where did it go? What did I do with it? I wanted to show it to you. Let me see if I can find it. When in doubt, look under stuff. So while I was there, goodness. Actually, I think did I start this at home before I went? I don't remember. But I had a whole bunch of wool stock micro minis. And those are 100% Highland wool. It almost looks like my friend Linda's car across the street. Oh well. I don't think it's her because she wouldn't have parked there. Anyway, I decided, because I had done a little bit of felting before I went dog sitting. And here's an example of one that I finished. And this was done with wool stock minis. It's just the extra large coaster. I use it to put my cups on. So I thought I'm going to take the rest of those wool stock minis and put them together till I run out. I didn't know how long it was going to grow or anything like that. So I went ahead and started that project. And this is what I ended up with. It's like placemat size. A little longer than placemat size. And this is all felted. I had the measurements. I think it started out as 26 inches long. And I think now it's like 17 or 18. So it shrunk considerably. So if you guys are wanting to do any felting, the wool stock worsted is awesome. Awesome for felting. It felted after the very first wash, but I went ahead and ran it again, and it shrunk even a little bit more. So my plan is, I think I'm going to take this to my friend that I'm dog sitting for down in the Ozarks. I hope you're not watching, Jody. But I think I'm going to take this and give it to her, and she can put her plants under it or something. I'm sure she'd come up with a use for it. But it's pretty cool. I love doing felting. It's so much fun. So I did that, and then I was working on my sock for my grandson, and I finished one, and I hope this thing will fit him. And this is called the Minecraft socks. And it's got, as you can see, this pattern. And actually the pattern is supposed to continue down the top of the sock. Goober, shush. And I decided not to do that because I think the pattern wasn't very clear on how to do that. So I just did stockinette for the rest of it. The picture, I don't have it handy, but the picture looked quite different than how this turned out, and I'm not sure why. Here it is stretched out. You can't even really, it's hard to see the pattern. But I'll do a second one of those for my grandson. And then I finished, or no, I started the other sock for my granddaughter, which is the rye sock. And I got a little discouraged with this one because this is now my third rye sock. The first one is here, and this might actually fit her now. But when I went to do the second one, I had forgotten that I did this whole thing in 2.25 millimeter needles. The whole thing. You're supposed to change after the cuff. And whether I did it intentionally or accidentally, I don't know. But there's that. There's a couple of mistakes there, but nothing major. So the second one I did, and I thought, why is this one so much bigger? Well, because I did it the right way, 2.75 millimeter for the body of the sock. And I made an oopsie and did the rye pattern, which is pearl rose. I did it right in front of the heel. So I don't know if she'd be able to feel that. I think I would. But it's right before the arch of the foot, so she might not feel it. So the third one, I'm trying to match this size. So I'm doing the third one, and unless it's my imagination, the third one is looking bigger than the second one. So I may end up with 3 totally different sizes. Thank goodness I have another hank of this yarn. But I'm wondering if I didn't, my notes say that I used 2.75 on the body of this sock. I'm wondering if by accident I used 2.5. Because this is significantly looser. I don't think it's my tension. I don't think my tension has changed. But, and by looking at it, I think that's what happened. I think I used a 2.5 instead of a 2.75. So I halfway thought about frogging this one back, even though the hard part is already done. I could go ahead and do this. This won't stretch enough, I don't think, to fit my daughter. Or I would just make it, give it a longer foot for my daughter and do this one for my granddaughter. I don't know. I hope I don't end up with 3 different sizes of socks, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. But I do have another hank of that yarn. So if I have to, I'll make another one. And I actually halfway thought about making another one this size because this will fit her probably right now. She's got an 8-inch long foot at age 9. How quickly is her foot going to grow? Probably pretty quickly here in the next couple of years. Will this last a couple of years? I don't know. So I may make another one of these and then make another one of these for when she's older. I don't know. I haven't decided, but I will finish this one and I'll be able to compare them once it's finished. So I did do that till I got disappointed and had to put it down because it did not make me happy that the size wasn't good. Let's see, what's in here? Oh, yes. So I didn't start this until I got home. And I was just kind of wanting to take a break from socks. So I found this hat pattern, and it's called the Irma hat, IRMA hat. And I think it was a free pattern. I don't have, oh, there is a picture of it. Here's a picture of it. And this is as far as I've gotten so far. Obviously, it's a bottom-up hat. And I'm making this with Eddie Bauer that I got from Joanne. It's called the Woolpaca Worsted, and it's 20% alpaca, 80% extra fine merino. And this is in color evergreen. And it's already pretty heavy. Of course, it's got the needles in it. But this will be, I've noticed that my next row of the, I don't remember if those are slip stitches, but the next row of the diagonal lines, I must have made an error because they're not looking, it's not looking right. But I'm going to keep going. I guess I'll keep going. But I thought maybe I could finish that in time for before Saturday, because I've already committed to doing my sister's market this Saturday. And, you know, I was kind of on the fence about it. Oh my goodness. Sorry. Nothing wants to cooperate with me today. I was on the fence because I really don't have anything new. And, you know, it's still in the 80s here. Nobody's going to want to buy hats. The shawls don't do well. And that's basically all I have. So I kind of feel like it's a waste of time to go over there until I have some more, you know, interesting things, which is why I started this scarf. I think I started it Monday. Today's Wednesday. I think I started this on Monday. And this is called the Feeling Lovely scarf. And it's all folded in on itself, obviously. But it's all stockinette. But it started out in broken rib. And actually the whole pattern is supposed to be broken rib. But I kind of got bored with it. And I thought it's going too slow because it's 1 by 1 ribbing and then knit and then 1 by 1 ribbing and then knit. So it's an easy pattern. It's just not quick for me. It takes me a long time to move my yarn from the front to the back and all that. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to do the edge with the broken rib and then go faster with the stockinette until I get to the other end and do the broken rib again with the other color. But I'm using, let's see if I have the, yeah, is this it? Yeah. So I'm using Rowan. It's a Rowan 4-ply soft. And this is 100% merino wool. I'm guessing it's superwash. It feels like superwash. Color number 376, and it's just like a cream color. And then I am holding it double and switching back and forth with mohair, blue and gray. And the beautiful thing about changing the mohair colors is the color change is so easy. It's so easy to add in a strand of mohair. You don't even see it. So easy. So it started with the blue, and then I got the idea to do the gray, and I'm not even counting. I'm just eyeballing it. Blue and gray and blue and gray. And I just started blue again. And this is where I started today. But I need to do, in order for this to be done by Friday, I need to do about 11 inches a day. And this is the third day. So let's see where we're measuring. No, Goob. Let's see. We are at slightly stretched about 20.5 inches. And my goal is to get to at least 50 to be a decent length scarf. But I'm going to have to block it Friday night. It's a little itchy. I'm going to have to block it Friday night so it'll be ready to go Saturday morning. And I blocked my first day's worth of stitches. I just steam blocked them. And oh my goodness, the drape is just amazing. I was so impressed by the drape. So you can tell this was kind of steam blocked, even though it's wanting to fold in a little bit. Isn't that pretty? I think that's so pretty. So even if I'm not finished by Saturday, I'm still going to take it with me and maybe show people and say, you know, if you're interested in it, I can finish it and get it to you as soon as possible. Because I leave for the Ozarks the following Thursday. So I'm working like crazy to hopefully get it done by Friday so I can block it and it'll be ready. We'll see how that goes. By the way, the pattern, the Feeling Lovely scarf pattern, is in a book called Knit Pink. And it's 25 patterns to knit for comfort, gratitude, and charity. I got this at my local library. So there's that. It's a pretty good book. It's got some cool patterns in it. The shawl or the scarf I was gonna do, I'm gonna try another time. It's called the Graceful Scarf, and it's so pretty. That's really pretty. And it's an easy pattern, but you really have to pay attention. And I had started it with a single ply merino wool. It was gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it was so pretty. But I lost my place a few times and it just wasn't going to look right. And it wasn't going to be done in time anyway. So I frogged it. And I'll do it another time when I can concentrate on it. But it's a beautiful scarf. It is just beautiful. There's cowls, there's scarves. Is that the one? Yeah, this must be the one on the cover. It's called the Small Blessings Scarf. That's pretty. It's got a shrug. That's a really pretty shrug. That looks kind of like the scarf. That looks a lot like the scarf pattern that I tore out. Anyway, there's that book. Speaking of books, my friend Jeanette loaned me a couple of books a while back, and I hadn't really looked through them extensively until recently, when she brought it to my attention that she was missing them. So I took one back to her, and I decided to keep this one because it's got some really cool patterns in it, and I liked it so much I bought my own copy. So, classic knitting. There's no real author. It's just a collection of different designers. But if you search classic knitting Metro books, you'll find it. And I got this on Amazon. But it's got clothing projects, it's got home and accessories, and then it has a whole section on basic equipment and techniques. So basically the first 238 pages are patterns, and then the rest is kind of helpful information, yarns and stitches and stuff like that. But I came across, let me see if I can find it. Oh, this shawl collar. Who doesn't love a cool shawl collar sweater? Oh my gosh, I would love to be able to make that someday. But there's a hat in here. My daughter says she wants a hat for my youngest granddaughter instead of socks. Let me see if I can find it. And it was exactly what she had asked for. She wanted a hat. Let's see, it should be, there it is. It's called the Chulo ear flap hat. And to fit a child ages 3 to 8. Well, she's not 3, but maybe if I adjust my needles and stuff, I can do it. But it's got the ear flaps, and then it's got the pointed top there, crown. But that's what she asked for. She asked for a hat with ear flaps. So I may try to make that, and it calls for a chunky yarn. So maybe if I used a worsted yarn with the appropriate needle, ear flaps, make 2. So I guess you start at the ear flaps, maybe. The body's all stockinette, and then the crown. So apparently it's bottom up. Let's see. Then there's a trim option. Work blanket stitch around the lower edge of the hat. Insert a crochet hook into the lowest point of the ear flap. Oh, and then you work the chain for the ties. So I may make that for her, unless I find something else with ear flaps. So that's a great book, and that's a thick book. It's got a lot of good patterns and a lot of useful information. I mean, as a beginner, this is a great book. So I'm glad I discovered it. I think I've covered everything. What I'm working on, what I made and finished. Yeah, I think that's really about it. Nothing really major going on. To prepare for my 3.5-hour trip, I had my mechanic do a little bit of work on my old car. So she's got new brakes all the way around and a new air filter. I believe he topped off my coolant and new spark plugs. He said the belt looked fine. It's not cracked or anything. So barring any unforeseen issues, I should be able to make it down there and back safely and without incident. I will be saying my prayers before I go, that the good Lord protects me on the way in my travels. And, you know, I rely on him to keep me safe. Anyway, I think that's all I've got for you guys. Again, I'm really sorry that I haven't posted anything. You know, all my other friends are posting every day or every couple of days. And while I've got you here, I just want to ask for my prayer warriors to pray for my friend Bernadine and her husband. They need your prayers. I'm not going to give any details. Just pray blessings over both of them and just lift them up in prayer. And God knows what they need. God knows what their needs are, and he will meet those needs if it's his will. I pray for them every day. So I guess with that, I will sign off of here. But I definitely wanted to share this scarf. Look how much it folds in. But I measured it. It's about 5 inches wide. And it's going to be so pretty blocked. It's going to be so pretty. I've got, you know, right now it's almost half done. Almost half done. Oh, and I'm making enchiladas for dinner, which I probably ought to start right now so that they're about ready when my son gets home. So I'm going to sign off. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're new or returning, I appreciate you all. And until next time, God bless each and every one of you. Remember, God loves you. Jesus loves you. I love you. And I will catch you on the next one. Ta-ta for now. Take care.